Hi guys, welcome back. As I mentioned from last class, I'm going to teach you how to make a question sentence in today's class. So normally there are two types of question sentence. One is the very simple one. So stuff like, is she Chinese? Are you American? Or is today Sunday? Stuff like that, very simple without the question words. Of course, the second type will be with the question words. So you lead the sentence with what, where, or who, or when, or why. These kinds of sentence we consider as a special sentence because you use a question word. So we are going to go through these two types in today's lessons. Okay, so let's begin. First one is the normal question sentence. For example, if I want from last class, right? Let's say if you want to say she is Chinese. Let's just say this one. We learned from last class. 她是 right is 中国人. Okay? 中国 means China. And if you put a 人 there, that means Chinese people. I'm just reviewing what we learned from last class. If you haven't watched that one, what you doing? Just go ahead and watch that one, please, before you start this one. So 是 is, she, he, both, 他. So this is a statement. 她是中国人. She is Chinese. If you want to say, is she Chinese? Like a simple question, simply you just add ma at the end. So it becomes like a question sentence. So I think in English you have to put is before she, so is she Chinese? But in Chinese we just add ma. That works in most of the simple question, as long as there's no question word. When you use the question word, then you don't use ma. If you don't use ma, then usually there's a question word involved. Okay? So let's try another example. Let's say you are her sister. Sister is the new word for today. I'm thinking to, for my next lesson, I'm going to teach you all the sister, brother, younger brother, or mother, father, grandparents, grandmother, all of this. So if you want to learn how to say those, definitely stay tuned. Or uncle, aunt, all of this, okay? So older sister is 姐. So just double it, 姐. That's older sister. So 你是, see, R and is both 是. 你是她的. 她的 means her, 姐姐. So this is a statement. Again, 你是她的姐姐. If you want to say, are you her sister? Are you? Just add ma again. So 你是她的姐姐吗? 她是中国人吗? So you say it kind of soft and upper tone. So that's a question. Same thing as English. You say, is she Chinese? You won't say, is she Chinese? Like, you know what I mean. Okay, so these are the simple sentence. Okay, this is the first type. Now we're going to the question word. So we know first one will be what and who or where or when and why. Probably we'll have more, but let's just start with these first. First, what? What is 什么? 什么 means what. You can use this alone, same as English. So you say 什么? If you want to ask the question, normally we say it very quickly. So 什么? 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 Like if you don't hear anything. So that's what. If you want to put in the sentence, for example, if I want to say what is this? right? So this is 这. So 这是什么? So we say in that way, 这是什么? Still like a sentence in the same order. We don't put a question word before the sentence. We still use the same sentence as you make a statement. So we just replace what we want to ask with 什么. If, for example, the question to what is this, the answer would be this is something, right? So 这是 something, but you want to question that something, you just replace that thing with 什么. So this special question will be 这是什么? Same order, not you put a question word in before. No, not like that. Okay, so that is what. You can make a lot of sentence with what, just replace. Remember, just replace. So next word is who. Who, we say 谁. 谁. Again, you can use it alone. 谁? Who? Okay. If I say 他是, he is Tom. If I'm introducing, right? 他是 Tom. You want to, the other person might want to ask, who is Tom? So we say, who is Tom? They already know Tom, so their question here, right? So we put 谁 here. So we say 谁是 Tom. But if you want to say, who is he? Then your question Tom. You just say 他是谁. So see, which part you want to question, then you replace with the question word. Okay, so the difference between who is Tom or who is he is different. It's a different question. The point is different. Okay, so this is who. And where? Where is 哪里? 哪里, where? Again, you replace in the sentence where you want to question. Now we can use this sentence, for example. So 他是, let me erase this. Okay, now we can still use this sentence. 他是中国人. Right? If you want to say, where is she from? Which part you're questioning? You're questioning here, right? So you replace 中国 with 哪里. That means where. 她是哪里人? Where is she from? 哪里人? So this can use out of state, out of country, or in state, or in the country. Okay, so 她是哪里人? Depending on which part you're asking. So this is where. Now let's get to when. When is 什么? Do you still remember? 什么 means what, right? 时候. 时候 actually is not question. It means when. Same thing as English. English, when you say, call her back when she's not busy. Here in that sentence, when is not a question. It's give you the idea of when, right? So in Chinese, when we want to ask when and when we say when, it's different word. When it's question, you add 什么, what, before when. So it's a question, when. If you just say 时候, that means it's a statement, when. Okay? Is it too confusing? I hope not. So now we have 什么时候, that's a question, when. Let's give you a sentence example. If I say a statement, right? 他明天 means tomorrow. 明天去 go. 中国 China. Okay? See how we make a sentence? He or she, let's just say she, tomorrow go China. This sentence means she is going to China tomorrow. This is how we make a sentence. You say the subject first and then time. These two you can mix and match. You can say time first or subject first. Depends on you, which you prefer. But we never put time at the end of the sentence. Never. But in English, you can do that. Right? So we put between, in middle of the sentence, or before, lead the whole sentence. And then we say the verb and then what you want to say afterwards. Go to China is the same order as English, right? 他明天去中国。明天. You want to question this. When is she going to China? When. So we replace here with 什么时候. So that means when. We say exactly the same order. 他什么时候去中国? Like that. Okay, so we just replace. We don't say 什么时候他去中国. That's kind of you can say in that way, but that sounds a little bit weird. Still, we don't change anything, we just replace. Okay? Now, one last word is why. Why is funny. So we just say 为什么. Again, it's 什么. 什么 means what. And 为 means for. So for what? That means why. Get it? For what? Why? 为什么 means why. I need to raise this again. Okay, so why? 为什么? 什么 means what. 为 means for what. I will use example how you make a why sentence. Of course, you can say directly why. 为什么? 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 Alone, or you use a sentence. You can lead the whole sentence with 为什么 something, why something. But if you want to question specific something, it's different. For example, we can still take this sentence. 他明天去中国. Okay? She tomorrow go to China. If we want to question about tomorrow, why tomorrow? Okay? We put why before that. 他为什么明天去中国? That means why she go to China tomorrow. If we want to question going to China, why going to China tomorrow? Then we put why here. So that will go 他明天为什么去中国? So you want to know the reason why going to China, not the time. So this is how we make a question sentence. The part you are most want to know the reason, then we put the question word before it. And then the whole sentence still doesn't change anything. Okay? So this is how you make a question sentence. We learned what, who, where, when, and why. Those are the question sentence. Okay? Don't forget, next class, we're going to learn all your family, basically the family tree, how to see those words. If you are interested, definitely stay tuned. Don't forget. Or subscribe, of course. And I will see you in my next class. Bye!